The Sony Xperia 5 and Xperia 1 are really great smartphones for shooting video, and the Cinema Pro app really gives you some nice control over the phone. But I wanted to go one step further and check if it's possible to use real DSLR lenses on your phone, and well, I found a solution: the Ulanzi DOF adapter. Last week I had a shooting with a Mercedes GTs AMG for my good friend from Class Detailing, and this car is amazing. So I grabbed my Sony A7 III and Xperia 5 to do some tests to see how close you get to a professional camera. Here's what I shot with the A7, and then let's check out some footage from the phone. All DOF, so depth of field adapters, work the same way. A full frame lens projects an image, which is upside down, onto a focusing screen, approximately full frame in size. On the other side of the focusing screen, the smartphone camera is focused onto this projected image. It's a simple optical adapter. The focusing screen sits between the full frame lens and the smartphone camera lens. The quality of the resulting image for sure depends on the type and quality of the focusing screen, but also on the lens you're using, and also depends on the phone. For some phones the focusing distance is not good, and this will result in a blurry image. However, I was able to get it to work with the Sony Xperia. The lens I've used is a cheap lens from Amazon with a Canon to Sony adapter and the Ulanzi DOF adapter. All that is screwed into the Ulanzi U-rig. This is a universal rig that allows you to mount any phone and adjust it to fit all camera positions. However, you need to be careful to place your lens exactly in the middle, otherwise you will have focusing issues. Also, if you're using this adapter, it doesn't come with any kind of electronics, so it will only work with fully manual lenses. You really need a mechanical aperture and focusing ring in order to make it work. That means newer mirrorless lenses will not work with this adapter. There is no stabilization when using the DOF adapter, and in my experience, shooting from a tripod or gimbal is an absolute must. Handheld is really not an option, but for this particular video I tried it handheld to check out what you can get out of it. But in the next videos we'll mount this baby on a gimbal, the Xiaomi Crane 3, to get the most out of it, so stay tuned. The stabilization of the Sony Xperia is really not that good, as I pointed out in my other videos, but with a bit magic in post and some wider framing it's possible. For sure I had to stabilize all the shots in the video, because even if you shoot with 60 FPS and slow it down to 30 FPS, it's still too shaky. I was a bit shocked when I saw how it looked raw. But then after some stabilization in Adobe it actually looked usable, but the stabilization is clearly visible. So I will now just show you the short clip from the phone and you decide for yourself if it's usable. Write it now down below in the comments. If you watch this clip on a small display phone, you'll probably say it looks fine, but if you watch this on the PC or TV, it's clearly visible that there is a lot of compression and way too much sharpening. For sure, this was only shot in 1080p 60 FPS, and you do lose a lot of light, sharpness and detail with the adapter, but you get some really great DOF with those lenses. What I love about the Sony Xperia 5 are the true-to-life colors in video mode. Even here, filmed with the Filmic Pro app, which is needed to flip the image, the colors are really great without any color grading. so Sony gets the colors right every time, but still lacks here of 4K 60 or 1080p 120 FPS, which we will probably see on the next generation models. It's really crazy that this even works with a 70 to 200mm lens, and it's always an eye catcher when I go to shootings with this thing. But handheld is a pain, you need to crop in a lot during the stabilization, and it makes your video look really like it would be filmed in low resolution. But if you shoot on a gimbal, this is really amazing. I think this is actually more targeted at photographers to use vintage lenses, but can also be a nice addition for video if you need some sick DOF. But also phones have really tiny sensors and record in much lower bitrate than professional cameras. And they also process the video too much. Also on the Sony Xperia 5 there's a lot of sharpening added, and you do see it on a big monitor. On the phone, however, the footage looks pretty stunning though, and Sony did everything right with their professional video app. But I still mostly go to Filmic Pro as it gives me some more settings and features as I do get on the Sony app. So I'm really looking forward to the next Sony Xperia generation, but for now, they're really on the right way. At this point, big thanks to you Lanzi for sending me the DOF adapter, and let me know if you liked it, because I plan to do some videos with the Mate 30 Pro in 4K 60 as well. So that's it guys, big thanks for watching, and let me know down below in the comments what phone you have and how good the video quality on that phone is. If you're interested in ceramic pro coating for your car, also check out Class high-end detailing for the best protection of your car. And that guy works really hard and he was putting a lot of time into that car. So yeah, as always guys, I'm Steven from Tech Magnet and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day and bye!